The Steve Irwin has entered an ice field, so they can surprise the Fuki Maru and determine its intentions. The Delta crew is ordered to remove the growlers that directly threaten the Irwin's hull.
About an hour ago, we started encountering more and more growlers, and they started getting more and more compact, and that seems to be evidence that we're getting closer and closer to this ice edge.
We're on growler patrol, and there seem to be quite a few, so looks like we'll be towing a few out of the way.
This strategy is referred to as growler wrangling. It's a dangerous task to move heavy icebergs with a tiny inflatable boat.
You're actually moving it pretty easily, hey?
The big objective of this little mission is to make sure that we can move growlers. If we can do it with a Zodiac, it's much easier than moving the whole ship. Goat rope and ice wranglers.
They told me it wouldn't work. Works great.
The Fuki Maru is still trailing the Steve Irwin. The Sea Shepherds cannot engage the Japanese whaling fleet with this potential military vessel behind them.
Oh, that thing out there. That really hot one out there.
At last, the crew thinks it has found an iceberg big enough to execute their plan.
Maybe not as long as when I was sizing 4 minutes high, and it's flat. I mean, and it's sloping. It seems to be sloping back up towards the. This is exactly what we need. Because you wouldn't be able to see me if I were on it. All right, I'm gonna tell Dave.
The pieces are now in place, and the crew is ready to launch. The operation is a go. The plan is to have the helicopter and Delta boat hide behind the iceberg while the Steve Irwin continues its course. When the Fuki Maru is close enough to the iceberg, the helicopter and Delta boat will strike. The Sea Shepherds will send out a cameraman in hopes of obtaining proof that the ship is a military vessel with hostile intentions, a direct violation of the Antarctic Treaty.
Is the boat in?
All right, you ready for us to go? All right, time to start out.
All right, so we're getting boat in?
Yeah, we need to move. We need to move.
And they know to have their phone ready, and yeah, it's all sat phone for this one.
Yeah, well, let's hurry because I'm getting too close to this iceberg now.
Hiding behind an iceberg. What a life!
The iceberg is a perfect fit for the attack plan, but the crew realizes that Bosun Dave has forgotten the satellite phone, leaving him unable to communicate.
Yeah, they're off. Yeah, well, they didn't. Oh. That's the whole point of the operation, is to take the phone with them. That's ridiculous. They should have had the phone in the boat. I don't understand why Dave just goes on dive for this.
God, how hard is it for people to follow an order?
If anybody can signal them to tell them to come back and pick up the phone.
Helicopter pilot Chris takes his position on the iceberg. The crew flags down the Delta with the air horn and hand signals. Finally, the Delta realizes they forgot the phone.
Ah, I got
get the sat phone, Dave left the cover of the iceberg. He has possibly exposed the Delta to the mystery ship, alerting them to their presence. Chris checks to see if the mystery ship is falling into the trap.
She ain't taking the bait, doesn't look like.
Well, we're just now sitting behind this iceberg, kind of like a speed trap. And when this big Japanese ghost ship comes by, we're gonna jump out and surprise them and just harass them a little bit and see if they'll run.
Now, they wait anxiously to see if the ship falls into the trap.
Nobody's got an eyeball on this thing?
Okay, yep.
Nothing's coming about.
You don't think they'll come close to the iceberg?
At the moment, I reckon they'll come with. Well, the Fuki Maru appears to not be taking the bait. It appears to be going away from the iceberg, turning back towards the east. So our little ruse may not be working.
The mystery ship appears to be heading away from the iceberg. It seems the mission has failed.
They've obviously noticed something wrong, and they have taken off away from the iceberg where our guys are.
Suddenly, the mystery ship changes course.
Look at this. Jeez. Okay, they're coming around. Are they moving forward? They turned, buddy. Yeah, they turned. Yeah, it looks as though they're going to head straight past that iceberg we left the boat.
They're heading right for us.
Hey, Chris. Peter here. Go ahead. So it's time to spring the trap. Okay, we're going.
With the Fuki Maru close enough to the iceberg, the Sea Shepherds strike.
So they're 3 miles now, they're closing a mile every, like, 6 minutes or something like that. Yeah, they're running. They're turning around.
The helicopter and Delta chase the Fuki Maru. The Steve Irwin joins in the pursuit.
Hey, Chris, what's going on out there?